Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all over the world. Dobson777A here. I just want you to know that it looks like everything is on hold waiting for this contested election to get resolved. But here's our current prices for gold, 1870.82, and silver is 24.16. Now, a little bit later in the show, I'm actually going to show you I had another discovery about purchasing sterling silver, which essentially I got below spot. So I want you to know there are still opportunities out there. There are people, especially at Christmas time, they're unloading things, trying to make a buck to be able to buy Christmas or pay bills or whatever. Times are tough right now, and you can pick up some deals. People do not know what they have. So I'm going to show you an example of another one that I picked up. Last time I got champagne glasses. This time I got wine goblets. So this is kind of an interesting situation. I'll show you what I did and how you can determine if you're getting a good deal or not. But anyways, let's look at this. So right now, this is what it looked like on Friday, the price, and I want to show you. I did the Pitchfork chart for gold, and we're still in the runway, still in the green. It's now fallen just slightly below the line, but it looks like we're still on target for 1956 by the end of the year. But there's some seasonality that's about to kick in here for gold, which will give it another uptick between, let's say, essentially now and February. But I think after this election is settled, we'll see things kind of straighten out here. But I wanted you to see what gold looked like. The next chart is silver. And you can see where we were range bound, we shot up and we've settled back down, and it looks like we're holding right at $24. So this is still well above where we were previously, and there's an opportunity here, I think for this thing to still get up in the $35 range. We'll see if that happens or not. I still think gold's going to 2200 here pretty quickly. Now next, I thought I had to show all three in a 1-year view. So this is going back to last year about this time. You can see silver is sitting at 43%, gold is at 28%, and you can see how much less volatile gold is. Gold has just got a nice, beautiful trend line. Platinum is sitting at 5%. I still expect platinum is going to surpass gold, so we just got to be patient, and we'll see how that works out. But remember, I've been recommending 70% gold, 20% silver, and 10% platinum. And so far it's holding out fairly well using that approach. Now let's look at something else. Everybody's been sending me stuff. It's like, Bitcoin, you're missing the whole thing again. Well, really? I look at Bitcoin as a huge speculation, just like our miners. And so I have given you, this is a 1-year view of Bitcoin. So it's right here, and Bitcoin is currently something like 18,000 something here. But look at the performance over the last year for VNNHF and CXBMF. It's destroying Bitcoin. So, you know, we already have our steroid investments, and we're still playing in essentially precious metals. We're just investing in precious metal miners. So these two we're holding in our improved portfolio. Sorry about that. Members know this. I'm actually giving you a freebie if you're not a member here, but if you follow my membership, I'm about ready to spice this thing up again. We're going to do some rebalancing and pick off some things that are, we'll say, front loading some other newsletters. That these are below their radar currently, and I think at some point these are going to get picked up and go crazy. VNNHF is actually in John Duty's portfolio, but he gave that away free about a year ago. So anyways, Bitcoin is making a little bit of a move here. It's done this before and then fallen back, but it's not outperforming our precious metal miners. So these guys that are pushing Bitcoin, watch out for them. We're actually holding a real company here with these miners, and they're doing very well. So we'll see how it goes. Now, I looked at my Tradesmith, and this is another thing. I had somebody was off telling me, there was like an old video somebody talked about, be careful with real estate. And I told the guys that actually the residential real estate has done fantastic. And I have shown my numbers before where it's like a 30% return using leveraged, which means mortgaged real estate, where you're using other people's money. It's a very simple. Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, all of them know how to do this. And I've been sharing with you how to do it. And tangible asset, real estate's a tangible asset, just like precious metals. But here's the precious metals and miners performance since September 2018, when I started telling everybody, what we need to do. And the green is the precious metals and miners, and you can see we're up 68%. S&P 500, 22%. So which one do you want? Do you want 3 times the performance, or do you want to be sitting? Somebody was saying, this is the biggest bull market you've been missing since whatever. Well, actually, my real estate, I started in 2012, and I've been killing it compared to the S&P 500. Now, granted, I had to do some extra work, but isn't it worth it if you're getting, much higher returns? 30% a year for the rental real estate versus this is, this is a little, almost 2 years, and I'm up 68% compared to 23. I think this is a fair trade. So I'm just curious how many of you are seeing something similar, but check that out. Now there's an article, I kind of mentioned that there's some seasonality. I have to go find the chart that I usually show you here, but this was a zero hedge report, and they were showing that we had support here in the say 1850 range, and they were showing that compared to some of the other assets that gold has some catching up to do, like with tips. And then here's Bitcoin spot versus gold, and here's the seasonality of gold. And we should start to see right here, you can see November gold starts picking up, December it picks up quite a bit, but January is tremendous amount. And then you'll see March being a down month. So it's really March and October are kind of like the typical down months for gold. But we're coming into this time period where you could see this thing really take off. So keep that in mind. I think we're still in the right spot. So let me talk to you about the discovery I made today and show you how you might be able to do the same thing. But I occasionally, I think it was a year ago, I got these other champagne goblets, and now I picked up some wine ones. So let's look at this. Okay, about a year ago, I bought some champagne glasses. These were MT Wetzler, and it's Tiffany sterling silver, so 92.5% silver. And these actually have ivory stems. And I did a whole video talking about the history. I went and looked these up because these were pretty old, like early 1900s, I can't remember, made in Germany, very unique piece. And I was able to get these at spot. Off the top of my head, I think I paid like $37 for these things a piece, and I got 8 of them. And they're actually really, really unique, all handmade. Everything on here is handmade. Even the nut on the bottom, that's a silver nut. There's nothing that's steel or anything else. This is all silver. Very, very unique. I don't know if you can see that rope down here on the bottom. I think that's what they call it. That's really gorgeous. Everything about this, hand carved, ivory, and I've got 8 of those. Well, I keep watching, and I found this is, I think, what an actual wine glass made of sterling silver. And surprisingly, it's the same weight as the other one once you take off the weight of the ivory. So this has the same base weight. Now, I went and did some calculations because they were listing these for $70 a piece, and you have to try to figure out, is that a good value or not? So let me give you some basic calculations so that you would know. I mean, you have to determine, what is the typical sterling silver is 92.5% silver. So the remaining part is typically copper or something. But this was 4 troy ounces. I think it initially was like 0.28 pounds. You have to do a calculation to get to troy ounces because everything is calculated off of troy ounces. So anyways, that comes out 4 troy ounces. Then you multiply that times 0.925 because it's 92.5% pure silver. And that gets you to 3.7 troy ounces. Now, why you do that calculation? Because you got to try to determine, you got to multiply that times the spot so that you know what the actual value is. Now, it turns out at 3.7 troy ounces, The spot is around $24. I showed that a little bit earlier in the video, which means this should be 88, almost $90, roughly $90. Now, I bought it for $70. So I actually bought this below spot. And these things, the only thing that's not great about this, I don't know how this is going to come out on the camera, but it's got an engraving of an L, and I'm going to try to get that changed to a D. I'm going to take it to an engraver, so it'll have my a letter D on there for my last name. But anyways, think about this. You can go find some of this stuff, and this is classy, people. This is solid silver. There's no plating on this. This is 100% solid silver. Almost everything out there is plated, so it's hard to find this. I always have to work to find this stuff. And every once in a while, people are just like this time of year, they're trying to get money for Christmas. So anyways, I want you to think about that. If you spend a little bit of time, you might be able to stumble on this, but I'm pretty excited. Now I'm getting a collection. I got champagne and now I got wine. So these two, let's put them side by side so you can see. And they actually weigh exactly the same when I take the ivory off of this one. So it seems like that's like a standard that they make it for weight, for handling. And I think that's just cool. So think about it. This is almost 4 ounces of silver. 3.7 troy ounces of pure silver once you calculate out the copper that's in it. So that's kind of neat. Now, the other thing I wanted you to think about, I try to bring this up because this is a prepping channel as well. Have you gotten your discount protein? Now, I actually cooked a turkey last week because right now, if you go buy some of these places, I think it's like 25 bucks worth of stuff. You can get a turkey for, say, 50 cents a pound. Well, that's fantastic. You can't grow a turkey for that. I'm telling you, I just grew turkeys this year and they cost a bloody fortune. So I cooked a turkey last week and it was like 16, 18 pounds, something like that. And I picked up another one today. I had to go get some groceries, and so I picked up another turkey and I just cooked that. I think I picked that up yesterday, so I cooked it today. And man, it's actually fantastic. So I've been chewing on turkey for a while. I'm probably gonna make a stew out of this one. But anyways, I hope you're doing okay. I'm gonna try to get on a live stream. I want to get this video out for the members, and I'll talk to everyone about it. And I'll talk about these goblets during the live stream as well. In fact, that's my notification to get this live stream or get the live stream started here real soon. All right, I'll talk to you later. I hope everybody's treating you well. I hope you're doing well. Do the best you can. God bless. Go potty. Go bye-bye? Are we gonna go bye-bye? We're gonna go bye-bye? We're gonna go bye-bye? Yeah, alright. You going to get in the car? We're not quite ready. I'm almost ready. You almost ready? Okay.